Do you notice anything different about me? That's right. I got my nails done. Where's the I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I did them myself. That's right. I'm really proud of it. I also got engaged, and I'm pretty sure it's the coolest ring I've ever seen in my entire life. So the man did a good job. All right, this is coming straight from Am I the Asshole Reddit thread thingy, or AITAH. Am I the asshole for yelling at the bride on her wedding night in front of everyone? I, 26 female, was at my younger sister's 22 female wedding. Our mom, 50 female, and the rest of the guests were around her celebrating and enjoying the wedding night. Our parents had paid for a majority of her wedding as they could afford it, and she's their daughter. They had hired a DJ at the venue, and they had set up an amazing dance floor where everyone was currently at. This was supposed to be an amazing night for my sister, as it was mostly paid for by someone else, and she was marrying the love of her life. Well, obviously. But instead of being grateful and enjoying her night, every time she saw my mother, she would start bitching and complaining. Girl, what do you have to complain about? Stop. She grew up spoiled and always got her way, but I expected her to suck it up and act like an adult, at least for her mostly free wedding. She would complain about every little thing as if it was my mother's fault, even if no one. Wait, what? Hold up. Hold up. Even though none of it was in her control. Okay. I overheard her shouting at my mother about the cake topper because she wanted her dress to be painted onto it. A cake topper? Nothing was good enough for her. I tried to calm her down, but she just ignored me and kept bitching. After dinner, we went to the dance floor and partied, and were overall having a great time until she started screaming at my mom again and pushed my 50-year-old mom down. Where is your father? Where? Because I know if I pushed my mom to the floor because I was being a brat about something like my wedding, my dad would come eat me alive. Where is your father? In front of everyone in the middle of the dance floor. I lost it. I started yelling at her. Is nothing ever good enough for you? You are a self-centered snob and need to stop acting like a little kid. Everything went silent for the music in the background. I think I meant to say except for the music in the background. I kept shouting at her, upset that it took me this long to stand up for our mom. She broke down crying and started playing the victim. I left the wedding early, and my phone has been blowing up with texts from my family and friends asking to take her side, and they're taking her side and telling me to apologize. Am I in the wrong? Am I the asshole? I have like no words. Like the fact like weddings are expensive, okay? I don't drink, none of my family drinks, so that's like a whole expense that's like not on the wedding thing, but I know like people spend like $60,000 on a wedding. Like the fact that she's able to have that expensive of a wedding and she didn't have to pay for most of it, that's insane to me. I know for my wedding, of course, I already started planning it cuz I'm a planner and I'm a little OCD about my planning, but that's okay. But mine is going to stay under $5,000. I know florals alone for a nice wedding, 15,000. That's absolutely insane. I can't believe someone would talk about their own mother that way. When I'm telling you my dad would beat me, which he should. That's absolutely horrible, but we're gonna go to the comments. Not the asshole. Spoiled entitled brats deserve to be called out like this. Note, wedding DJ with over 200 weddings under my belt and has seen similar to this more than once. This happens a lot? Oh my, I'm never getting in the wedding business. I am never getting in the wedding business. Okay, this one's a hot take. Everyone sucks here. Not your circus, not your monkeys. Your mom can fight her own battles. If you're not married, remember this. Well, if you're not married, remember this. If you choose to get married, your wedding is the least important day in your marriage. It's flashy, lots of people, memorable, but ultimately not important. Every day that follows as a married couple will be more important because that's another day together. Save your money on the wedding and reception and put it towards an enjoyable honeymoon and a down payment for a house. Those will be so much better for you in the long run. Okay, OP did respond to that one, so we're going to read that really quick before I talk about my thoughts because, like, that's why you're here. I'm the most important person in this room, okay? My mother is capable of handling herself, but never puts my sister in her place because she could do no wrong. But I understand what you mean. Thanks. Okay, I have some words for you, my friend. You can't say that. You can't. Okay, this is a man. You do realize how important it is for most women to like have that special day, right? It's not just a flashy event. It's an event that a girl gets to have for her and gets to celebrate, you know, basically that she's starting her new life. I wouldn't say it's the least important day of a marriage at all. But I can understand where you're coming from for where, it's not the most important day of your marriage. But the fact that you're saying this about someone's wedding, okay, you're not married, are you? You're not dating anyone, are you? I do actually agree on putting that money towards a down payment and a honeymoon. But a lot of us can't use that wedding money to put a down payment on a house. So houses are so expensive. Rent is so expensive. So the fact that you have the option to put that towards a house, I would do that. But you shouldn't really downplay that for a girl. Is all I'm gonna say, okay? Besides the 50 billion things I just said.
This Bridezilla bridesmaid story is going to shake you to your absolute core. When you
I'm ready to be
hear
shooketh.
what I read today, you are going to throw up in your mouth. As you all well know by now, I'm getting married in October. And what do brides do? They band together in Facebook groups and help sell each other shit. So there is a New Jersey bride group that I'm part of on Facebook, and everybody gives tips and tricks and vendors and all that stuff on there. And for the most part, it can be pretty positive. There is some toxicity in there. I try to stay away from it. Judgment about how much money you're supposed to spend on this and that and whatever. This story literally rocked my world. So basically, there was a girl who posted on there anonymously, because you can post anonymous. And she said, I was a bridesmaid in my very close friend's wedding. I was recently diagnosed with cancer and I've been undergoing chemo. Sometimes the chemo affects me so bad that I have a hard time getting out of bed. So I respectfully reached out to the bride to step down as a bridesmaid because I didn't want to hinder her big day. That seems like a perfectly normal thing to do to me. So she tells the bride, you can keep all of the money for the shower, for the bachelorette party, for the hair and makeup, for my dress. Every penny I've contributed, you can keep, because I don't want you to have to worry about money this close to your wedding, but I just don't feel comfortable. I'm just not myself. Again, probably the most courageous and respectful thing I've ever heard of a human being doing. So what does the bride say? She doesn't respond, goes on Instagram and crops this girl out of every photo that she's in. Every picture they have together is taken down, and every photo that she's in, she crops her and the girl's sister out. This poor woman goes, did I do the wrong thing by stepping down? You should see the fucking comments, dude. You should see the comments. People are in the comments like, I wish you didn't post this anonymously so we could find out who this is. Like, what kind of disgusting human being tells someone, or doesn't even say anything, but what kind of disgusting human being gets angry with someone for stepping down from their wedding because they have cancer? I'm having a hard time wrapping my brain around this. And then to go a step further, not respond, and then remove all evidence of this person existing in your life because they made the courageous decision to step down. Do you know how hard it probably was for that person? I have a friend who thought about stepping down just because of her financial obligations and not being able to afford to be in the wedding. And she was brave enough to come to me and say, hey, I don't want to take away from your day, but I don't know if I can contribute X, Y, and Z. And this person has been my best friend since preschool. So what did I say to her? Don't worry about it. I got you. I can't believe people act like this.
I am speechless. I cannot believe someone acted like that. Can you imagine getting diagnosed with cancer and having to go through chemo just for your friend to be like, I guess you just didn't put me first before your cancer treatments. So I'm gonna take you out of all the pictures and kick you out of the wedding. So this person is lucky that no one knows who this cancer patient is, because otherwise they're gonna have a lot of people on their back and their wedding will be ruined by somebody. Okay, I need to read some of those comments. Oh my gosh. Someone said, to the fiance, run! Yes, yeah, you should run. The correct thing to say as a bride is to say, I love you. I want you to get better. What can I do for you? Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's your wedding, like, great for you, but that is going to be one day out of so many. So why aren't you supporting your friend? Because y'all know that when it's your wedding day, It's all on you. It's all focused on you. But the days leading up to that, have some have some empathy. That's insane. See this comment. I got kicked out of a wedding because I got pregnant after having infertility. The bride said I was selfish. Bro. This person, we need to find them and cancel them. We need to bring our internet knowledges together and cancel this idiot who's with me. If you're with me, just like the video and comment and, support. Okay, this is coming straight from the same Reddit thread, AITAH. Am I the asshole for calling my fiance a bridezilla after she wanted to demote one of her bridesmaids for being too short? Ladies and gentlemen, I am a whopping 5'3". One of her college friends, Lexi, is 5'1". The rest of her friend group is 5'4" to 5'8". So both Lexi and my fiance stick out when they take photos together. Her friend group are also her bridesmaids. Yesterday, my fiance came to me and told me that she was thinking of demoting Lexi from the wedding party because she takes the attention away from my fiance in the photos, and wanted my help thinking up an excuse that wouldn't damage her friendship with Lexi. I asked her if she was serious, and she said she was. I tried gently explaining that friendship and happiness are more important than aesthetics, but she wouldn't listen. Eventually, I got fed up and told her, Hannah, I love you. You're being a bridezilla. Lexi has been your friend for more than a decade, and you want to exclude her for something she's not only and has no control over, but also something that's so superficial as the way she looks. You could gently ask her to wear high heels, I guess, but completely cutting her out of the wedding party is heartless. I don't know how you're not seeing it, but you can have whoever you want in the wedding party. But if you demote Lexi, I'm going to have to reconsider if you're really the type of woman I want to marry. Go off. Wow. Okay. I probably wouldn't have gone as far as to threaten your fiance with your marriage. She accused me of emotional blackmail and left for her mother's place. Now she's giving me the silent treatment, and her mom texted me a scathing rant because I made her cry. Am I the asshole? Okay, so it's kind of a difficult situation because, for one, your fiance, that's totally lame. I'd be so mad if one of my best friends excluded me from their bridal party because I was short. It looks like I would be more closer to the range of their friend group, so I'd probably be in the clear. But that's not okay. But my dude, the way that you're kind of going and flat out telling her, I don't know if I want to marry you if you make this decision, that's a little much. I'll be completely honest. You could have phrased that first and been I don't think it's worth ruining your friendship. Basically the whole blah, blah, blah you did at the beginning, but not threatening your relationship. She hasn't doubled down, at least nothing that you shared. She hasn't doubled down or gone crazy. She just mentioned something. So that's in this situation, from what I understand, everyone sucks. But let's see what the comments, let's see what Reddit had to say about this. She's flying a big old red flag on that 6-foot flagpole. Please tell me you're seeing it, not the asshole. There's a lot of not the asshole. She showed her true colors. Not the asshole. Update us when you call off the wedding. If she would treat a friend this way, imagine how she would treat her own child who is shorter than her or born a little person. I didn't think about that. Wait, I need to go back and look at the story because, for real, is everyone overreacting a little bit? I feel like I'm just missing too much because it's totally messed up what she's doing to her friend. I don't know. This could be a one-off. It could be a total one-off. I have no idea. And again, I don't know the tone because based on your reaction, it could have been she was yeah, she just takes too much attention. It's my day. Blah 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 blah. I don't have enough context to see if she's actually being a full-on bridezilla about it, but about this specific thing, yeah. I don't know, man. I need more info.
I had the worst bridezilla experience with my now ex-friend. What she
You're
did
talking
was
really
she
slow.
actually bought her own ring and then gave it to her boyfriend and gave him an ultimatum. He forcefully proposed to her. By then, she had planned the wedding to be in fall. So being her bridesmaid was scarring. And I remember she said, I only want blondes to be bridesmaids of mine. So will you please be a bridesmaid? In addition to that, as her bridesmaid, she said, I don't want anyone to make speeches at my wedding, so can you please give a speech at my wedding? Prior to the wedding, the bride sent an email out to all of us bridesmaids with a full itinerary of the wedding. Come the wedding day, as I start my speech, I'm noticing all of the bridesmaids are looking at me in the most disgusted look ever. And then I could see the bride looking at them too, like, what the f was I doing up there? Come to find out, the bride had set me up.
There's a part 2. We must find it.
To find out, the bride had set me up. She sent me a completely different email than she did the rest of the bridesmaids. So the rest of the bridesmaids received, the only person giving a speech was the maid of honor. So she set me up to make it look like I just grabbed the microphone, stood up, and took over the room to be the center of attention. And again, it was her wedding day. I wasn't gonna go up to her and be like, why did you do this? When I had showed them the email, they were just as shocked as I was. I literally was hoping deep down inside this was an honest mistake. And it took me years of multiple things that she's done to me for me to finally realize, no, she planned that. After the wedding, I will never forget it. I was sitting at work and the bride had received her final edits of the wedding photos. So she sent me a few photos. I wrote her back and I said, oh my gosh, these are beautiful. You look amazing. I love these. She was furious. She wrote me and she was like, you are so f***ing short. I can't even use these. Look how ridiculous you look, because I am very short. It was like she was texting me because she wanted me to apologize for being short. And I literally said, I'm at the end. Why don't you just crop me out?
What is up with people and against short people? What did we do to you? I'm not even like that short. 5'3" is like short, but not that short. You know?
And after the wedding, I stayed friends with her for quite a few years. She would do little things, these jabs. I mean, I was struggling financially, and she would just kind of always feel the need to remind me that she makes more money than me. Case, I'll pay for you. Trust me, I make a lot more money than you. And I just took it. When I made the first initial video about what this Bridezilla had done to me, I wasn't expecting it to get as big as it did. After all these years finally healing and making sense of it, I was finally like angry, which was good for me. So I finally talked about it. I kept her name anonymous this whole entire time. And a total of 6 people have reached out to me who knew who these stories were about and shared with me what she has done to them. 3 of the girls, she has done worse to them. One girl is actually still in therapy. So many women can relate to having that mean girlfriend, that narcissistic friend. She has not reacted. She has not reached out to me. She has nothing, not a single thing. And I know for a fact she's seen these videos, because majority of the girls that reached out to me about what she's done to them live in her very small town. And it bothers me because she knows that I've kept her name so anonymous that if she were to reach out to me, this is her admitting what she did, because I also called her out for the guy that I was dating behind my back.
What?
After I just invited her and her daughter to a pool day with my son and I, she went and hooked up with the dude that I was dating. After I found some more things out, I just blocked her. I wasn't about to waste my unlimited text messages on that monster again. Her ex-husband has reached out to me. He saw my stories. He thanked me for them. I'm happy. I'm thriving. I have very good friends, and I'm probably making more money than you.
Girl, you messy. Good for you for making more money though. Good on you. You should. The one part with the I make more money than you, that got me. That is funny. Because you don't know where people are gonna end up. And just because karma's a thing, they're gonna end up in a way better position than you. And that's crazy. We should be friends though. If you see this, I don't know why you would see this, but like if you do, we should be friends. Subscribe.